Bonjour, this is Jasmine. Thank you so much for stopping to smell the roses on Room Madame. For those of you who are new to the neighborhood, I am a writer, a storyteller, and a community builder. I write about culture, politics, parenthood, and my life here in France. And most recently, I've become an author of a children's book. The title is Joelle Confronts the Weather with What's in the Cupboard, available now on blurb.com. Thank you so much for your support. And I have some bonus content already cooking on Patreon where I have full videos, creative writing, which is my specialty, where I talk a bit more in detail about parenting, my life here in France, and just the intricacies of my brain and what I'm thinking at the moment. It's kind of a very personal and reflective and introspective creative writing world. Thank you so much to my patrons. This video, I wanted to talk more about parenthood and motherhood and what I've learned thus far. I have a 4-year old and a 2-year old, and having young children has really changed who I am. Becoming a parent in general has changed me for the better. I guess you can call it more of an evolution. I have a lot of thanks to my husband for being my partner in this journey. It's kind of like, I don't know, going through a scary haunted house. That's what parenting is. You don't know what to expect, what's going to jump out at you and scare the mess out of you, because you're always worried and extra cautious and thinking ahead of like what's going to happen to my children, are they safe, etc. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but you get the idea. Um, so I was thinking about it just really quickly, and the three most important or significant things that I've learned is one, that I don't know much. Like becoming a parent, I just learned that, I don't know anything. Um, and because you can have books and you can read, you can research, you can do all the necessary good parent studies and still be like, I don't know. So that's what I learned. I learned that I don't know. I'm learning as I go. My husband and we're learning as we go. The second thing that I learned is that parenting and motherhood is overrated. I know that's a surprise to some people, maybe with people that don't have children. Um, I love family. I love our unit. I love how we are learning about each other and we have like a unique language that we speak amongst ourselves, just like, I don't know, ongoing jokes or just funny, quirky, weird things that only a household will really know. So I adore my family and my children, but it's all very, very overrated. And I think people, parents, our world really don't talk about just this real fact that's just so overrated. Because you see the pictures and you see family goals and relationship goals and these expectations that we have for our world. And I just want to just tell people that may not have children that don't beat yourself up. I have a relative that is, looks around at his other family members and say, "Oh, I don't have kids, and I'm all alone, or I feel excluded, I feel weird, I feel whatever it may be." And it's just like, be blessed and be happy, be grateful for what you have. I guess that's my overall message. Because I think this cookie cutter, picture perfect ideal of getting married and having children and this white picket fence facade is very misleading and can really mess people up in the head. So yeah, I think when I was trying to like really analyze what myself has experienced being a mother of two, I would say like it's 90% work and about 10% fun. Like 90% of it is just really hard work, unappreciated. You're not paid, just arduous work, du travail, quoi. And 10% of it is fun, and laughing and tickles and cuddles and just all of these wonderful things that you see on social media, perhaps, or that you see with your relatives, where you can like pick up your niece and hold her and love her and then give her back to her parents. You're experiencing the 10%. That's why you think parenting and motherhood is like so like the thing to do, but you get a lot of precious moments, a lot of growth, and just eye-opening experiences. You become selfless, which is really, really great if you're a selfish person. But um, it's 90% work that you won't get paid for, that you're actually like losing money doing, um, and like 10% fun. So I would say, yeah, parenting is overrated. And the third thing that I've learned is that the most you can expect as a mom, parent, guardian of children is your best effort. And I kind of try to remind myself that because when you're in it, you like want to do the best you can, and you always like wondering if you're like screwing up your children or not giving them enough or not doing enough for them. And you're never going to even give your best. Like people say, oh, you just give your best and do your best. And that's all you can. And it's more like your best effort, because your best effort is never your best, like your ultimate best at I was going to say some percent, at 100%. It won't be at some percent, but it will be an effort that will be good enough. It won't even be 50 perhaps. So those are the three things. And when I say 90% work and 10% fun, and when I say I don't know anything, I mean like, for example, you try to do your best. You try to, like, I'll give my son a snack, and he'll complain about not having another snack. So he's going to complain when he gets what he wants. And when I say the next day, no, you're not having a snack at all, he'll complain and whine and have a hissy fit for that too. And one day it'll rain all day. It'll be miserable outside. So we'll stay in. No, we can't go outside. It's not the weather for, let's do this, let's do that, let's do activities indoors. No, I want to go outside. Mama, I want to ride my bike. I want to. It's a whole theatrical performance. And then the next day, or maybe even the same day, perhaps, I'll just say, okay, let's go outside. And when we go outside, it will be another hissy fit. It will be another theatrical performance because we didn't go here to this specific park, or we didn't get this specific way, or we didn't stop to get ice cream at this specific store, or I didn't want to come home at the time mama says that we have to go home, or it will be something else, and they'll have a hissy fit. So it's like when you do, when you don't, it's never good enough. as a parent, and I've learned that. So you can only do the best effort. And then you're reading books like, and you'll try to research and be a better parent and do all these wonderful things, these resources at our fingertips. And then you'll learn like that doesn't work either. So it's kind of like effort. Effort. That's all you can really give is that effort. So yeah, those are the three main things. I know I can go on and on about this. But to give you a little bit more information or give you more insight, I should say, about our family and our children, I always tell my husband that, and hopefully you like the last video I uploaded about us meeting, John Paul and myself. I thought that was cute. Tell me if you liked it. Go see that video if you haven't seen it yet. But I always tell John Paul that I want our kids to be exceptional. And no, I don't mean like I'm going to put them in every program. They're going to be the next Mozart, the next president, the next, that will all be really, really nice. But I'm not that type of parent. Like I'm not, they aren't not in any activities yet. We do everything at home for the moment. I mean, it's the pandemic. Um, but what I mean by exceptional is just I want for them. I guess I'm like a lot of parents. You want your kids to be exceptional, but I want to be intentional when I say that. Um, and I guess I got this mentality even before children because I was once a tutor and a English, I guess, babysitter slash tutor in Paris. And in Paris, in the 16th district, this is the well off, affluent, ritzy part of Paris. And I met families that had second homes, and I was paid to teach their young children. And before coming to France and before this gig, I didn't know anybody that had private tutors to teach their kid a foreign language. I don't know how often that happens in the United States. Tell me if that happens or not, because I, but they're learning English, Spanish, Chinese at like 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, like. And it just kind of opened my eyes to another level or another class or another strata of learning and getting your children prepared for the world and competition, etc. So I got it. I guess I kind of brought that to my parenting because I want them to be exceptional. Like, even though we don't have that money and we're not in the 16th district of Paris, I want to still have that proactive, I guess, mentality of wanting them to be exceptional. So, for example, since they're already bilingual, which is a plus, John Paul handles the French, me too, a little bit. And I handle the English, and they're pretty good at speaking to me in one language and speaking to their father in another language. But I also introduced Spanish when Joelle was about 2 years old. And it's just like beginner stuff. Like, I don't know Spanish that well. I'm like beginner too. My first Spanish class that I've ever taken in my life, it was after I became a parent. And this was in my head, I was thinking, I can learn with my kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to know Spanish to teach Spanish. I can learn as I go and teach this small kid and just, put the little nuggets in his head as an infant, as a toddler. And you know what I mean? Like if I'm learning the alphabet, he can be learning the alphabet. And if I'm learning the numbers, and it's really simple when after that experience as a tutor, how if we have that proactive, or if we have that grain already embedded in us, that they're like sponges. They're sponges. And it's really simple if you make it simple. Like, and if you have the time, and if you have the effort, if you have the so it's very I don't know, not rare, but I'm in a very blessed and privileged position to be with my kids and to not have to work a traditional job, even though my passion project is blossoming and I love writing, and I consider this my way of making a living now. But yeah, and hopefully if I find the video of us doing our alphabets together, I'll add it. And if I don't, sorry.
2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11,
11. 11.
11,
12.
12.
Bravo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12,
Très bien, Bopi. Now, can you say it en español?
1,
En español, Bopi.
c'est quoi?
En espagnol?
C'est ça?
Uh-huh.
1, 2,
Pas en anglais, Bopi. Uno.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Bravo. But yeah, so my hope is that he'll be at least trilingual. And living in Europe, it's not that far-fetched. It's actually very common for people to be bilingual, trilingual, etc. So that's what I mean by being exceptional, just being open-minded and open to other cultures and languages and the world, to be general. So I guess that's what I mean by exceptional, not being so closed-minded and no, I only speak English and don't bring that Spanish over here. And I can't believe, I'm. And I was talking to a relative um, who said, "Yeah, I know the United States is like the best country in the world, and I would never want to live anywhere else." That's fine. That's great. Um, but when I mean exceptional, when I mean to my kids, to not be so arrogant like that, I guess, and to just be exceptionally open while still embracing and focusing on their heritage and culture and their history. So that's what I mean by exceptional. Another thing that we've been doing is like working on our math and with a 4-year old, just basic stuff. Like I want them to not be advanced. Well, yeah, I want them to be advanced, but like just be prepared for when they do actually start doing this in school. So yeah, um, I'm gonna wrap it up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video. I'll actually do the rest on Patreon because I want to talk about my experiences just after giving birth. And we touched on it in another video. I interviewed Yvette Brown, who is from the Power Scope. Love her. She just opened her tea business. But I wanted to give more of my experience and the things that I've been affronted with, comments that were like insensitive to my body and my new life as a mom that really just rubbed me the wrong way. So I hopefully you liked this video and I'll see you on Patreon in the neighborhood over there. Bye.